Well, then I'm gonna have to head outside. Oh my god. Look at how fucking awesome we Oh my god, what a tool. Alright, then I will have to head outside the wall, says this handsome man. Alright, we are back in Outward, and we are getting ready to take a brand new character on a brand new adventure into the land of Aurai. I recently completed the Blue Chamber Collective faction quest with a melee character on the Jim's Adventure series on the channel, and throughout that series at least a couple of times I had noted that I was interested in returning to Outward once more into the Breach, but this time with a character focused on magic and completing a different faction questline. Now I was interested in doing that because the magic in Outward is actually pretty interesting. I myself am not a person that typically plays magic characters or even gets involved in magic systems in games. It's not generally my cup of tea. I have a tendency to lean more towards melee characters, but beyond that, I also find that in games, at least that I'm familiar with, that have magic systems, the magic is often a bit underwhelming. It ends up feeling like you push a button to just get an effect, or you push a button almost sometimes to feel like you get a cheat that is not available to other characters in the game. You know, as an example, maybe in another game you might find a scroll or a spell book and you just push a button to consume that spell book. You don't really have to do anything to really learn the spell other than push the button, and then you push a button again and you consume perhaps mana or some pool of resources, and then you're able to see through walls for a short amount of time, or see the line path to your next quest objective, or you know, you push a button and you're able to shoot the proverbial fireball out of your hand. And that's always just kind of felt a bit underwhelming to me overall as a system. There certainly are tons of melee games out there that have a similar feeling where you're just kind of pushing a button, draining stamina, and swinging a weapon. But more and more I find games that focus on melee are trying to create melee systems, or at least dabbling their toes in the water of creating melee systems that require a little more involvement from the player. So you feel like you're at least bringing some skill to the experience. And that is exactly what Outward seems to have done, at least me looking in from the outside. It's what Outward seems to have done with their magic system. Now, I have never really messed around with the magic system in Outward. I've unlocked mana with a couple of different characters and just cast a spell here and there. And in the Merton's Revenge series on the channel that recently came to a conclusion, I picked up runic magic for the first time, and that actually was the death of me getting a little too distracted with the runic magic. But even with that little bit of experience, it does indeed seem like it would be interesting, because the magic in Outward seems that it requires a little more player involvement. It's a little more complex than it seems with most games. As an example, in Outward, if you want to cast that proverbial fireball, so to speak, you don't just learn a fireball skill and then shoot fireballs until your mana drains. You instead need to learn a skill called Spark, and with that Spark, you can snap your fingers and have a spark come out of your hands, which is great for lighting campfires, but not much else. You can't really harm enemies with that. And if you want to harm enemies, you need to learn another spell called the Fire Sigil. With the Fire Sigil, you cast that Fire Sigil on the ground. You then have to stand inside of that Fire Sigil, and then you can aim at enemies, cast that Spark spell, and shoot a fireball. And that means not only is that a little bit more involved right there, but it needs a little bit of planning and forethought. You have to consider the terrain, the enemies you're fighting, where their positioning is, where you're going to cast your Fire Sigil, and that type of thing. Now this, again, like I said, is coming from somebody who's looking in from the outside. So I might find that it is not as involved as it seems. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to start in with a brand new character, but I think as we get started, there's a little bit of an asterisk that needs to go on this as we dive into this gameplay. There's a handful of things that I'm probably going to do that might frustrate some more experienced players. I'm going to talk a little bit about Outward, the game in general, its development cycle, where it is now, and that kind of stuff. But if you want to just skip to gameplay, I'll have chapter markers down below. Now, when Outward was first announced, or at least when I first became aware of Outward, it was heavily marketed as an adventure life sim. I think that was the tagline for their Kickstarter, was adventure life sim. And even in their Kickstarter video, I recall there's like 3 or 4 times at least that they mention you'll have to boil water just to stay alive. You'll have to boil water to have enough water to drink because the life and land out there is very tough. You'll have to sleep in tents outside, and all sorts of things you'll have to do to keep your character alive. Now, I've got about 300 hours in this game across a couple of different platforms, and I myself have not found the survival aspects of this game to be really in any way challenging. I don't think I've boiled water ever for survival. I've mostly boiled water because it was deemed by myself easier than finding a vendor that would sell salt to me. And in terms of sleeping, I've really only ever slept outside to advance time. There's a handful of places where you might want to go where it's more beneficial to approach at a certain time, and so I'll sleep outside to advance time. Or if you haven't had an opportunity to buy a house yet, or your house is really far away. But it's not necessarily like I'm sleeping outside because it's a survival game. So, and ultimately, this adventure life sim marketing for this game is what originally drew me to Outward. That's the type of game that I actually really enjoy. That's the type of games that I've played to some extent on this channel, and more that I'm sure will come over time to the channel, are games that provide a challenge in terms of survival, and games that focus on adventure and role-playing and that type of thing. But if I'm being honest, and this isn't really a critique on Outward, it just kind of is my experience with it. If you were looking for a challenging survival experience, you're probably better off looking elsewhere. And if you were looking for the type of game that you could pick a point on the horizon and just start walking to it and be confident that you would find an adventure along the way and at your destination, you're also probably better off looking at different games that focus more soundly on adventuring. What Outward, from my experience, has really become since its release is a character build game. It's a game where you probably want to play the game a couple of times, or perhaps dive through the wiki or get involved with the community and learn about what pieces of gear are out there, what skills are out there, what spells are out there, what trainers are out there, and ways in which you can combine those things where you believe you will provide yourself a specific advantage, or you can combine those things into a certain theme and then go test those things out in the world and see if they can prove out, and then maybe share them with the community. Now, that really is not my favorite type of game, but I have had a love for the charm of Outward for so long that I kind of play it anyway, even though I really don't focus on character builds or any of that kind of stuff. In fact, if you're not really familiar with the channel, I kind of loathe a guide. I have a tendency to look at guides as like, I want to have the experience myself, and if you're following a guide, you're basically following someone else's experience through a game. Actually, you're probably not following their experience. You're probably following a YouTuber's experience that guide writer watched themselves and then transcribed. And so it's a really protracted experience that you're having. Ultimately, I'd rather have the experience. I'm not really here for the achievement or for the meta or for any particular efficient strategy or anything like that. I just kind of want to go out and stumble through things. And so all of that I mention as this asterisk is that's what I'm about to do. This is a game, as I said, where it really is about character builds and planning and forethought. And I've put none of that into this. I haven't looked up anything about really the magic system other than what I already know and what I've gleaned through the years. I haven't considered any particular builds. And as I mentioned, that could be frustrating for some people because I am without a doubt about to embark on a gameplay where I am very likely to lock myself out not only from the most efficient and most effective combination of skills that I can learn, but maybe even lock myself out from a baseline level of effectiveness. I am sure that is absolutely possible. And I know that just from knowing what I know about the melee system and playing the game a handful of times. You know, there are these trainers in the world, and you can train with any ones that you want for a cost, but to specialize with a trainer, you need to spend what's called a breakthrough point. And you only get 3 opportunities to spend a breakthrough point. And they come at great expense, and the skills that you learn after a breakthrough point are at great expense. And so not only are you limited by the number, you're limited by the expense. And so not only do you need to consider, typically, for most players, do they feel they need to consider who they want to train with, you also might need to consider the order in which you want to train with people so that you have the best and most efficient and most effective skills working together as early as you possibly can. But like I said, I'm going to do none of that whatsoever. We're going to dive into this world, and what I know just from playing the game is the only knowledge I'm going to have, and we're going to bumble into some stuff and see what happens. It's the way I like to play, and it's the way I have the most fun. I've said on this channel before, I feel that a bad, frustrating, or sad ending is just as good as a good ending. I often say that a book with a sad ending doesn't make it a bad book. In fact, some of those stories, some of those harsh stories in literature and in popular culture are the ones that I like the best because I've already heard the hero story. It's nice to experience true hardship in a way that's nice and safe, where I don't have to actually get hurt in any way in my real life. So, like I said, getting that out of the way, because at least from my experience, there's not a ton of YouTubers that are playing Outward, and most of the ones that are dealing with content for Outward right now are making guides. They're making build guides, and they're making player guides, and equipment guides, and spell guides, and things like that. And not only am I not doing that, I'm about to probably go make some major mistakes. And so we'll just know that going in. Another thing we're about to do is I would imagine I'm probably going to choose the worst faction quest line for starting with magic. We'll see. When we played Jim's Adventure, I played through the Blue Chamber faction quest line, and that saw us go to every single region except for Levant. We didn't even get sent here to broker a peace deal or to wage war on a town or to spy on anybody. We never were asked to set foot here. So I didn't end up coming out to Levant until after my main faction quest was over, and there wasn't really a whole hell of a lot going on. So I think, and we'll see what ends up happening, but I believe that's my intent at this point, is I'm going to do the Levant, the Heroic Kingdom, I think it's called, the Heroic Kingdom faction quest. Now, I would imagine, at least from just my experience in this game, that the Hallowed Marsh and Monsoon are probably the best places to go if you want to be a magic user or a character focusing on magic, because there's a lot of magic users out there and a lot of trainers out there that focus on that stuff. But as I said in the Jim's Adventure gameplay, the Hallowed Marsh can go fuck itself as far as I'm concerned. That was a very stressful time for me. There's a lot of dinosaurs in general out there, and they're all very frustrating. And like I said, I haven't seen Levant, so I want to go see it. And so we're going to do that. We're going to head to Levant, I think. You know, first we got to get through the saving the lighthouse, and whatever point comes where we're finally allowed to leave, once we get to that point, we'll make a definite decision. But that's my intent right now, is we're going to go to Levant, and we're going to focus on magic. And so with that, enough blabbering on from me, we're going to dive in, create that new character, and jump into the land of Aurai for our new adventure. And here we go. All of my life, I've lived within the safety of Chierzo, spared the brutality of the world outside. But life in Aurai is never that easy. For all the safety that my tribe provides, our laws are harsh. We are judged not as individuals, but as bloodlines. The failures of my bloodline weigh heavy on me. My grandmother brought ruin to our tribe long ago, bringing a heavy blood price upon my family. We've paid the debt caused by her actions ever since. I joined an expedition across the sea with my old friend Yazan, hoping the money made there would be enough to clear my debts. This was a mistake. I'm lucky to still be breathing after our ship hit the rocks on the return voyage. Now I have no choice but to pick myself up yet again and face the wild, untamed land of the outside walls. I must carve out my own future or die trying. All right, and there we go. Back into the world of Outward. This time we're playing the old man Kazite character. Pick the Kazite this time. I feel it's fitting since we spent so much time in the Kazite armor. And he's going to take... I probably cut out the character creation, but he's going to take Jim's legacy. Jim left a magician's robes of some kind. I forget what they were, but we left some kind of magician's robes in the legacy chest that hopefully we have access to. I mean, we left it in the Chierzo legacy chest. I don't know if I have to follow the Blue Chamber Collective to get it, but if we do, so be it. We won't get that legacy, but if we're able to access that from elsewhere, that'll be fantastic. And I named this character Jareth, so bonus points to anybody that gets that reference as we embark on our new journey as a possible wizard. All right, we're not going to spend too much time dilly-dallying here. We know what we got to do. We got to go face these hyena. In theory, we don't have to, but we're gonna. We'll talk to Yazan at the very end of our little adventure in this small area, right before we sleep. And for now, we'll just run around collecting all the things we think we're going to need. One of the things I'm also going to do is we'll go ahead and make a club. Because I think the club, I'm not even going to bother checking. I think the club has some slightly better stats than the machete we're about to find. We'll see. Howdy, Yazan. You just keep hanging out there. Oh, man. I should have been a Tremon. That would have been good for the story as to why I follow... I think he's a Tremon. Tramon? I don't know what you call it. There's another city that you can't get to. It's called, like, Tramontane or something like that, or Tramontane. I don't know. Well, whatever. We're a Kazite. We're a descendant of Jim. Okay. The other thing we can make is a shield. Awesome. There we go. We are going to leave the... There's a pick over there. We're going to leave it because it's just going to make us heavy. We don't need it right now. We will, however, take a little bit of this because it's going to help us with stamina. And we're going to take this out, take out our weapon, and face this guy. Let's see what we can do. Hehehe. He's dead. Alright. Good start. Oh, I just jinxed myself. Fucking stupid. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy out of the water. Hi, silly. Are you drowning? Come up here while I have my kick ready. Oh, nice. Why did they run away? Get him. Dive. Oh. Come over here. Let me get my stamina back. What did you even bother doing? That's as bad as my swing sometime. No, 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 no. I think I didn't get diseased. I committed to that heavy swing. Well, guess what? You're getting kicked to death. Oh, you're not. I'm gonna kick you to death. It's happening. Nah, forget it. Are you kidding me? Now you're really getting kicked to death. Nope. Oh well. Close enough. You're still dead. And I didn't get diseased. That was a good one. And we're gonna go talk to Yazan. Now we're gonna have to, if my memory serves, we won't really be able to go to Levant or anywhere until we secure our lighthouse, or fail to secure our lighthouse. And we're also gonna want to get magic and stuff like that while we're here. But we're gonna start by talking to Yazan. Jareth, you're alive! You must be freezing. Come, warm up by the fire before you freeze to death. Where are we, Yazan? The last thing I remember was our ship hitting a rock. We're not far from home. You can see the lighthouse from here, can't you? Edo made it out too. He's making his way home to Chiesa to go get help. Edo made it out alive? Thank a lot. He's a Kazite, Jareth. He was born on a ship. This probably isn't the first time he's had to survive a shipwreck. Hey, I'm a Kazite too. I was probably born on a ship. I guess I was born in Chiesa. They really kind of pigeonhole you into the Blue Chamber Collective with that opening story. Be nice if you could start in different places. Anyway, if you're still feeling too injured from the shipwreck, go ahead and sleep in one of the bedrolls I laid out. I'll keep watch for Edo and rescuers. All right. Thank you, Yazan. We are going to risk it with our meat and hope. We are going to hope that our meat doesn't spoil. We'll see. Unconsciousness comes quick, and you dream of being ensnared in something. With a yelp, you jump out of your bed. Relief floods you as you recognize where you are. You are back in your old bed at home, the lighthouse in Chiesa. Yazan must have brought you back to your family's lighthouse. Only your aching body tells you that the shipwreck you suffered was not a nightmare. A day has passed. The castaway's log has been updated. All right, we got boots. We got some attire. I'll tell you what we can do right now. We can make a little bit of a frost rag. That's why we know that recipe. Awesome. We'll make 2 of them. There, nice. We're gonna make some cloth knuckles. Yeah, I believe the cloth knuckles will be the best skill that I can get the gatekeeper Burak to teach me. He'll teach you different skills based on what you're holding in your hands, what weapon you have, and if I'm wearing cloth knuckles, to teach me rage. And we're gonna be a magic character, but we could end up using things like runic blades. This way we'll have rage increases impact, and the only other stuff he's gonna teach us are melee weapon-based skills, so. Alright, let's go get called trog-spawn. Rise and shine, trog-spawn. You think you can nip off for 4 months and not pay what you owe the tribe? What a jerk. What an absolute jerk. Like, the ship got wrecked, and everyone nearly died. I bet people did die. Well, yeah, we know people did die. You're an ass. A blood price is sacred, Jareth. You can't shrug off that responsibility for as long as you did. Yo, seriously, go fuck yourself. After playing this a couple times, I'm really annoyed with this guy. I'm gonna remember you. I'm remembering you. Maybe I'll let Chiesa get ruined this time if I'm allowed. If I don't see the money from you by the time I count to 10, you'll regret you ever came home. You know I can't pay it. All the money we made in Aurai is at the bottom of the bay. Yeah, well, you were on that ship too, weren't you? How many lives must your family be responsible for destroying before enough is enough? I lost my daughter on that voyage. Who's saying that now? Which one of you jerks is saying that? You. Stop this right now. You're being unreasonable. Don't make this violent. If you can't make payments you missed, we'll seize your home. That ought to cover 4 months of ignoring your duty to the tribe. Either pay up or get out of our way. Marisa Aberdeen says, enough of this. 12 people are dead. Stop this shameful behavior at once. This is a time for the tribe to come together and mourn our lost loved ones, not to demand payment from a survivor. To threaten someone like this while the lost lives are still fresh is an insult to their memory. Jareth is a victim of that shipwreck too. Under the laws of the Blue Chamber Collective, I have declared a period of mourning. You understand what that means, don't you? But Chamber Lady Aberdeen, the blonde man says, Jareth has clearly been... I said that is enough. If you want to resume discussions with Jareth after the mourning period, feel free. But until then, your concern should be for those whose lives were lost in the wreck. Oliel, please see these people off, would you? You heard, Mother, says Oliel. Away with you, or I will personally see to it that you get double shifts of guard duty this month. Leave Jareth be. All right, and Risa Aberdeen says, I'm sorry that was the first thing you woke up to, Jareth. Please forgive them. Many of them have lost family and are not thinking straight. And I say, I can't believe they want to seize my home. Can't you do something? If I could do more, I would. The most I can do for you is declare a mourning period and buy you a little time. If you do not pay off those 4 months of missed payments on your own, the tribe would have my head. For 5 days, no one in the tribe can ask you for what you owe. That gives you 5 days to pay back all 150 silver coins. Either gather the money or earn a tribal favor, and they won't be able to touch you. Once you can make a payment, come see me up at the town hall on the top of the hill. Please find a way to make it work, Jareth. The last thing I want to do is take your lighthouse away. Well, then I'm going to have to head outside Oh my god. Look at how fucking awesome we Oh my god, what a tool. Alright, then I will have to head outside the wall, says this handsome man. That does seem like your most effective option, dangerous as it is. I doubt you'd be able to gather that much in such a short amount of time just by staying in Chierzo. Hey, you don't know me. Look at that. Look, I am wily. Never forget, no one is an orphan in Chierzo. Do not hesitate to ask the rest of the tribe for survival advice. Though you owe us a blood price, we will still help you however we can. I mean, they've been jerks so far, so... If you can do a great deed for someone in Chierzo, then we will owe you a tribal favor, which I will accept as a substitute for your payment. Once you're ready to leave Chierzo, speak with Burak, the gate warden. He will judge whether or not you are prepared to face the outside world. Remember, Jareth, you only have 5 days to pay me 100 silver, or show proof that you have earned a tribal favor. May your ancestors watch over you. Alright, and off we go. Talk to Oliel. Howdy, Oliel, and she says, I'm glad you survived the wreck, Jareth. I'm sorry about your losses. I know how much you were counting on this expedition. That glowing sword is new. Yeah, look at that glowing sword. That glowing sword is new. When did you get it? Rufus commissioned it for me as a going-away present. I was going to leave this morning to join the holy mission of Alat before Mother could stop me. But with the shipwreck, it wouldn't be right to leave. I have to stay with the tribe until the mourning period is over. You have no idea. I don't know how I'm going to gather the money Risa is demanding from me. Oh, I know how I'm going to gather the money. I have faith in you, Jareth. You'll pull through. If you can survive such a lethal shipwreck, I'm certain you can make your next blood price payment. Go on now. We both have work to do for Chierzo's sake. All right, and off we go. All right, so we popped on the cloth knuckles because we're going to go right to talk to Burak and say we're going outside. We're not going to waste any amount of time here. We're going to go talk to Burak. I may run around the town real quick to try to put together enough money to get a real bag so we can collect more stuff to sell. But we're going to go get our rage right now so we hit a little bit harder. There he is. Burak, the gate warden. Hold up there, Jareth. Where do you think you're going? I'm going outside. Stand aside, my friend. Do you see me? I'm heading out. Not like that, you're not. You need at least an equipped weapon, a water skin, and an equipped backpack. All right, fine. If I let you outside without even the most basic of equipment, you'd be marching to your own death. If you're pressed to find a weapon, make yourself a quarterstaff or some tree wood. You can also craft a backpack, although I'm sure you have one lying around at home. All right, I'll make sure I'm prepared before I head out. Forgot to get the water. We got to get the water first. Also, I can probably, we've got leather, which means I think if I've got this, and this, no, and this, yeah, there we go. Awesome. Now we know leather, which means we can sell the recipe we're about to find. Boom, look at us, we're awesome. All right, cool. And let's talk to Yazan. Howdy, Yazan Argenson. Jareth, I wish I could greet you with a smile, but, well, we both know that won't happen. Alat's breath, what a disaster. How are you holding up, Yazan? Well, yesterday I was leading our most ambitious expedition in a decade. Now all that's left is a wreck and a tribe in mourning. I'm not holding up much better than you are. What happened? How did our ship sink so close to home? The lighthouse wasn't lit at the time we made impact with the rocks, I'm certain. I remember thinking that we should have seen it by now, right before we hit that rock. We lost everyone below deck. Half the ship came apart before I was able to run aground. So we lost everything? All the coins, the spices, the armor, and the weapons? Unfortunately, yes. What little we could salvage from the wreck was gone to the families of my drowned men. My finances are reeling from this loss. I have barely enough left to start over. Still, we have no right to complain. All we lost was some coin and 4 months of time on this failed journey. My sailors lost their lives. Of course, their families need all the help they can get right now. Kind as ever, Jareth. Even struggling with your own problems, you still open your heart to those in need. Your parents would be proud. The blood price on your head is disgusting. It's unfair to hold anyone responsible for the crimes of their ancestors. You weren't even born when the tragedy happened. Yeah, we're gonna agree with him because we're gonna go meet up with him, I think. That's what we're leaning towards. So, I know, but I don't have a choice. Of course you do. Your life is your own. You choose what to do and where to go. Just because a choice is hard doesn't mean you can't take it. I'm sorry I don't have better news, Jareth. Well, I guess it's up to us to pick up the pieces. Best of luck with squaring things with Risa in the short term. I guess I truly am on my own then. Actually, I do have a small stash of goods I hid in case of disaster. I hid it near the old shipwreck to the south. When you open it, remember, the moon commands the stars. You'll know what I mean. Remember, take care of yourself and don't be a tool for others, or you'll end up with missing limbs like me. Make your own path. Okay, first of all, I want to end up with missing limbs like you. God damn it, 9 Dots, don't show me cool prosthetic limbs and then not let me have them. Chekhov's prosthetic limbs. Let's go have ourselves a conversation with Roland. Howdy, Roland, you don't look too happy. Roland Argenson says, "Oh, Jareth, what brings you here? How's my brother doing?" Well, Yazan's still alive, and that's more than most of the other people on our expedition can say. Yeah, shame about the shipwreck. Accidents like this happen all the time. Not if the lighthouse is lit. Who was on duty that night? Not a clue. I'm not the one organizing things around here. Wasn't me, though, that's for sure. Shouldn't you be helping your brother salvage the wreck? I don't think he wants my help. He's always said that I'm stupid and clumsy. I'd probably just get in the way. Ugh, this is the worst day I've had in forever. I mean, I think other people have had worse days than you right now. Alright, I'd like to buy something. I have 63 bucks, which means I do indeed have enough for a bag. Done. And we'll go see about how much a sword would cost. 20 bucks for a sword? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Maybe we'll buy a sword and a shield. Alright, now let's go talk to Burak. Can I get through here? I can. Did I want to get through here? I did not. I'm going outside. Well, you've got the essentials there at least. Here, I'll teach you a skill. Mastering these is the key to survival out in the wild. Want me to teach you one for the weapon you're holding? Yes, I think I do have the right weapon. Yeah, let's do it. Enrage. There you go. Mastering skills like this one is the key to survival out in the wild. You should look for trainers whenever you visit a new town. They usually group near training equipment. Others need to be sought out. Alright, I'll let you go outside the town's walls. Use the gate whenever you want to head out. Stay safe out there. Now, if you've never played this game before, I have done this a number of times, and the easiest way to get your lighthouse is to head into this little storage area, Chierzo storage, and fight your way through a little cave system. When you come out the other side onto the beach, there's a person out there that needs a bandage, and as long as you have one bandage or a health potion of some kind, you can help him. And he will in return give you a tribal favor, the one that Risa mentioned would suffice in place of 150 bucks. So you can save your money and instead give her the tribal favor. We don't need to use our frost cloth yet. And you're dead. You have oil? Well, you do have oil. Awesome. What about your friend? Where's he? Where's your friend? I guess we'll carry on about our day. He's gone deeper into the cave than typical. Usually they hang out right here. Well, we're going to continue exploring. There he is. And you're dead too. And out to the beach. We might run up and down the beach looking for blue sand. We're not going to make armor, and the blue sand I think is only used for making armor. It might have a few other uses, but it is certainly valuable in the beginning, and it can be farmed in multiple places, so... I don't know if it can only be gotten at night, but I've seen it in the daytime, but it could be at like dusk and dawn. But if anything, we can do a little fishing. And sometimes you get it when you fish. But first and foremost, we have one bandage. We're going out to give it to that dude that's right there and try not to get killed by the pistol shrimp that are probably hiding right behind that rock. Talk to Michael Aberdeen. I can't move. A pistol shrimp got me. I think it tore a hole in my gut. Help, please, before it comes back. Hold still, I have a bandage, and we give it to him. I can feel it working. Thank a lot. I'm not going to die here. Oh, it's you, Jareth. Thank you. A million times thank you. Seriously, I owe you one. I'll talk to Aunt Risa and make sure you get a full tribal favor for this. Ow, I don't think I'm fit to run back home just yet. I'll go find a safe place to let that medicine do its thing, then go home the second I'm able. Alright, good luck, my friend. Gathering that blue sand. Oh, we got a tiny aquamarine, that's good. And we'll continue heading down the beach. There is this guy. It's just the one, so we are not going to... We're not going to use our rag, because it's just the one guy. Nice. Now you are dead, my friend. That was a close one. He almost got me when I got a little overzealous. But we got predator bones. Nice. That means we can make some, a bone shield, which will cause bleeding when we hit people with it. That shield bleeding effect. Maybe we'll use the bones on our sword. Sword, bones, cloth. I think. Nice, fang sword. The most hilarious. My, like, long sword turns into a katana, and then I tie a bunch of bones to it with rope. Howdy, Risa. I am going to plunder your house, and I'd also like to give you this tribal favor. Jareth, how go your efforts? I want to talk about my blood price. I've earned a tribal favor. And on time, too. I'm impressed, Jareth, says Risa. You've proven to be an excellent asset to the tribe when you put your mind to it. Well done. Consider this payment dealt with. Chierzo thanks you for your great deed. I should also let you know that Oliel and Lazan are leaving Chierzo. You should speak with them before you go. What do you mean they're leaving? What's going on? Oliel is leaving Chierzo permanently to go join the holy mission of Alat. Nothing I could say would convince her to stay. Yeah, good. It's about time you let her go, because I'm out of here too. You cannot understand what it feels like to have your only daughter forsake your name and your home. I may never see her again. She was born into such an advantageous family, and yet, who am I to argue with a literal god? And Yazan, why is he leaving? He can't be ready for another expedition already. Listen, Jareth, that shipwreck that killed so many of our people and nearly took your life was the fault of Yazan's brother, Roland. A blood price has been declared upon his bloodline. What? How can you be so sure? He was on duty at the lighthouse the night of the shipwreck, and he lied to us! He fell asleep on duty and let the light go out. He confessed as much to me himself. Roland accepts the consequences of his actions, yet Yazan refuses. He has chosen to exile himself from Chierzo forever, rather than do his duty to the tribe and bear the blood price. This isn't fair. I understand punishing Roland, but why Yazan? The blood price must be levied against an entire bloodline. Otherwise, the one who bears it would be pushed to act selfishly, rather than repay what is owed to the tribe. Against a line, it can be held for as long as it needs to. Against an individual, it promotes only bloodshed. Never forget, the blood price is not a punishment. It is a repayment for a wrong. It allows those who have suffered to get their fair compensation without violence. Without it, we would be ruled by revenge and mob rule. Come back once you've said your goodbyes to them. Once you're done, we should discuss your future here in Chierzo, now that you can handle the world outside. Well, whatever, lady. I'm gonna make good friends with Yazan. But first, we will rifle through your possessions. Ooh, nice. We'll have hot weather clothes for when we head out to the desert of Levant. We're not going to bother eating because our bed, strangely enough, will feed us and quench our thirst, and so we'll deal with that by sleeping. And in the morning, we'll talk to Yazan and Oliel and see what Yazan has to say, and this time I'll actually pay attention. Usually I just kind of rush through his speech because I know I'm not going out to Levant, and this time I think we are. So we'll see what he's got to say, make sure it sounds enticing. You know what we'll do? We'll make a leather hat because this one's silly. Nice, now we've got ourselves a nice little leather fedora. Ridiculous. And I think what we'll do is we'll go talk to Helen Turnbull. We'll talk to everybody here that we have to talk to. Then we'll talk to Helen Turnbull, and we'll go get her mushroom shield. I think that's what we'll do today. Oliel, let's have a conversation with you. I guess this is goodbye, Jareth, says Oliel. I'm leaving this place to join the holy mission, and I'm not looking back. Did something happen? You're scowling. Mother and I had a talk, and I didn't like any of what I heard. Risa has done some things I can't agree with. I can't talk about it. She wants me to follow in her footsteps, and I just can't. I already have no desire to be chamber lady, and what she told me, I refuse to consider being a part of it. Are you talking about the Cryptea stuff? I don't know. It's unlikely we'll meet again, Jareth, unless of course you want to join me. Having someone I trust by my side would make me a lot less nervous. I'll think about it. I'm glad. I'll be happy to have you with me. The holy mission is about more than working for a god or fighting the scourge. It is also about helping everyone regardless of tribe or family. First, protect and look after those who are in need. Second, have discipline and mastery over yourself. And third, always seek to improve yourself so you can better help others to improve and help one another. It's a good set of values to live by. It's a good set of values to live by. In fact, if you join the Holy Mission and give up your bloodline, you'd be free from ever making payments on your blood price as well. It's the ideal clean slate. If you do want to join us, meet me in Monsoon in the Hallowed Marsh. The road you need to take to reach the marsh is in the east of Chersonese. Once you reach the marsh, follow the Pilgrim Road, the trail of sun pillars towards the ray of light that flies over Monsoon. You can go straight to hell with that. Your offer sounds enticing, but the area is a sad, depressing, beige, brown nightmare, filled with dinosaurs and poison. Alright, Yazan, what do you have to say to entice me? I take it you heard the news, Jareth. Come to see your old pal off? I've got one little fishing barge to my name, and by a lot, I'm gonna use it. I'm leaving for the heroic kingdom of Levant, never to darken this stain of a city ever again. The heroic kingdom doesn't buy into the idea that we should only focus on survival. They believe in pushing progress to create an even better society. It's a place where you can do what you were meant to do without having to answer to the oppressive tribal laws and the misdeeds of your ancestors. You succeed or fail on your own merits and no one else's. Good choice. Go chase your own dreams. That I will. I'll be chasing the Levantine dream and make it my own. I'll take any risk over being trapped here with my brother's idiocy. I'll take it you're not going to forgive your brother, are you? Not in 1,000 years. Roland had one job, keep the lighthouse lit, and he couldn't even manage that. This was preventable, damn it. This is the last time I let his foolishness and clumsiness hurt me. He can go feed a hyena with his own hide for all I care. I'm done with him now and forever. All right, well, Yazan, can I come along? I want out of this place too. I'd take you if I could, but you can't swim. And hey, what? I'm Kazite. Aren't I born on a ship? Come on, man. All right, I'd take you if I could, but you can't swim, and on a barge that small, you'd be nothing but a liability. Man, screw you. I'm sorry, Jareth, but that's not going to happen. If you manage to get to the Kingdom of Levant on your own somehow, though, I'll do my best to look out for you. All right. If you plan to make the journey to Levant completely on foot, be prepared for a long, long journey. You'll have to leave Chersonese by going southeast and travel through the Enmerkar forest, and then finally south through the Abersar Desert itself. If you have the courage to face the Abersar Desert and come to the heroic kingdom of Levant, I'll be waiting for you. Challenge accepted, my friend. I do believe. I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, we want to go through the Enmerkar forest anyway, so it kind of lines up all nicely. We'll travel through the Enmerkar forest on our long, long journey, stop in Berg, learn a bit of runic magic. Jareth, always a pleasure. What do you want? Well, I'm here about work. Work, huh? What do you need? Well, I'm looking for something I can do nearby. Well, as a matter of fact, I could use a brash explorer for something, says Helen Turnbull. Tell me, what'll you risk for some silver? Well, if the pay is good, I'm willing to put my life in danger. Helen Turnbull says, I'm looking for a particularly rare mushroom in the shape of a shield. I hear it grows in Blister Burrow, northeast of Chierzo. You'll know it when you find it. The primary characteristics are an immense size and a red color. Bring me that mushroom and I'll pay you 70 silver for it. Sounds like an adventure. I'll do it. Perfect. Make sure you have a good weapon, a lantern, and plenty of supplies. Oh, nice. She gave me a poison antidote. It's a dangerous cave and you'll be putting your life on the line. Don't forget the trogs have poor eyesight, but fantastic hearing. To get to Blister Burrow, head out of Chierzo's main gate, then follow the road to the left. When you get to another fork in the road at the wooden gate, turn left again. You'll know you're going the right way if you see crude statues made by the troglodytes. The entrance should be just ahead of you along the hillside. All right, I'll leave you to your work. Thanks for the chat. Look after yourself, Jareth. I intend to. I'm like 99% sure we can talk to Risa. Who's up here, right? Yeah. I'm 99.9% sure I can talk to Risa and it's not going to lock me in anything. I don't think I get locked in anything until I go to Berg. So we're going to talk to her, get it out of the way. Because I'm pretty sure that once I talk to her, until I take my next faction quest, I can do whatever the hell I want. So we're going to go ahead and get all of that off of that albatross off our shoulders. Let's talk to Risa. There you are, says Risa. Urgent news just came in and I must be off immediately. I don't know when I'll be able to return. Why, what happened? There's trouble in Berg. An official council meeting has been called. I'm going to Berg, the main settlement in the Enmerkar region, the home city of all the tribes, the birthplace of our Blue Chamber collective. If you're able, I'd like you to meet me there. I didn't want to spring this on you, but I have an offer. If you pledge yourself to work with me, I will pay off the rest of your blood price and adopt you into the Aberdeen bloodline. Your name would be cleared and your burden would be lifted forever. My blood price is still worth thousands of silvers. Where is this coming from? It's complicated. With Oliel abandoning the family, I need someone that I can rely on. someone I think of as close family, and I want to make sure you never have to face a mob like that again. You remember what the Blue Chamber Collective stands for? Only by sharing our burdens as a family can we hope to survive in Aurai. We are all bound together, no matter our origins or our chosen path. The individual pales in importance to the family and to the tribe. We all give up a little of what we want, making sure that everyone has what they need to survive. It's your choice, Jareth. I won't force you, but my offer is open to you. Work with me and I will adopt you into the Aberdeen family and clear your blood price permanently. I have a choice? Yeah, alright, cool. So we're not locked in yet. I can't very well drag you along now, can I? You're an adult. Your life... Am I, lady? I'm probably older than you. Your life is in your hands. All I can hope to do is try and guide and shape you into someone who acts with the Blue Chamber's needs in mind. If you want to make the journey to another settled region of Aurai, you will need to prepare travel rations. If you try and travel between regions without enough rations, you will starve before you arrive at your destination. Here, I have some travel rations to spare. If you need more, the stores and cheers will sell some. Or you can craft your own with some salt and most types of food. I hope to see you in Berg, Jareth. If you wish to commit to the protection of the Blue Chamber Collective, meet me there. Take the road to the southeast of Chersonis. Alright, well, awesome. She gave us rations, which is good. We're gonna go take care of Helen Turnbull's stuff. We're gonna make a bit of cash. We'll see if we can take care of Helen Turnbull's stuff today. And I think the next episode will focus on getting ourselves some mana. And then once we have mana in hand, we might head out to Berg, learn some runic magic, and we'll just take it from there at that point. We'll see what it is we're gonna do. Alright. We've spoken with everybody. We spoke with Riza, we spoke with Izan, we spoke with Oliel, we spoke with Helen Turnbull. She wants a mushroom shield, as we, of course, know. And we're going to head out and get her that mushroom shield today. We'll fight our way out if we have to. In the Jim's Adventure series, our first encounter out in Chersonis was devoid of all life for quite some time. But it seems already we do have some life. I don't know that I... Alright, we're going to try to mess with these birds. I'm going to go ahead and use my special powers because I want their, I want to get a bird mask. Oh my god, a fucking bird is tearing ass away from here. Where's my bag? I don't want to get in the middle of this. I would like to get a bird mask. Oh my god, there's so much going on right now. There's a hyena and two of these dudes? What is happening? I'm gonna see if I can get this guy to be interested in me. Can you be interested in me? Come on. There you go. I knew you would be. Alright, good. No, shit! Nice. Haha. Man, it is always a bummer to start these out and know that I'm going to switch away from melee. That happened with the Merton playthrough. The last episode, I was like, oh, you know what, let's try runic magic. And I just started getting so good with the melee. I was like, Well, it looks like the hyena took care of the other... Oh, wow, he took care of the bird and the bandit. Well, we'll definitely take that. And let's deal with him while we can. Here, you. You're all hyped up. Come on. Damn it. Nice. There we go. All right, let's grab our bag. Big money on this bird having a bird mask. He's not going to. We did, I think it was in the Jim's Adventure series. I found 2 bird masks in like 2 episodes, like back to back. There's like a 1.2% chance you can find a bird mask. And I found 2 right away. And like, I have played in full entire playthroughs and never found a bird mask. Oh, 2 more bandits. 2 more people marked for death. And you know what? We'll go ahead and eat a, nope. We'll eat a berry. That'll help with our stamina. And it would be great if we could get these people to move away from each other. They're really clumped up. One of you guys interested in coming to hang out? Yeah, you are. No, you both are. Damn it. Alright, well, let's do this. Let's, that, drop it. And there we go. Dead. Haha. Did I rage? Yeah, I'm raged. Where'd you go? You. Come here. Nice. You're dead too. Alright. My lucky fisherman's cap. My lucky fedora helps me. Guides me along the path. Man, I can't wait till I get mana and I become just a disaster. All of a sudden I'm dying to every enemy. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It is basically like a brand new game for me. I will know nothing about what oh my god, there's another one. Alright, well. See your dead friend there? Oh, nice. Nope. Ah, it got me. Well, now he's dead. That's what you get for hitting me. Did I see a bird? Thought I saw a bird. Man, that was a lot of activity, all in a small space. I think the bird dragged everybody all together. Caused a lot of ruckus. Oh, interesting. What do these do? Anything cool? Better impact resistance. Looter's Mask is kind of better across the board. We'll just wear it. Alright, in we go to the Trog Cave. We're going to try to find a mushroom shield. And hopefully not have to deal with the terrifyingly frightening, gigantic magic Trog enemy that's new to the definitive edition in here. Alright, there's a Trog in here. We'll deal with him. And he's dead. Alright, do we have what we need here? We did! Tiny aquamarine, I think it was. And so now we need a small sapphire? Small sapphire. Alright, we'll poke around here for a little bit, because there's a lot of goodies to be harvested and looted. We'll gather it all. And let's see. We got just one dude in here? Howdy, friend. Dead. Oh shit! Scared the crap out of me. Ah, fudge. That's how you catch diseases. Also, we were not properly raged, and you are scared now. Well, now you're dead. Oh, awesome! Small sapphire. We'll rip up these workers' boots. I'm gonna hold on to that hood in case I need it. Ah, shit! Scared the crap out of me. Oh, shit. No, no, no! Alright, now you're dead. Man. Walked right into you, my friend. Alright, he was in here. And this is where I get the heart garnet. We'll definitely take that. And we're going to hold on to that this time. Like I mentioned in the Merton series, I believe you can give that to the giants. We'll eventually get out to... Oh, another small sapphire. We'll eventually get out to the Hallowed Marsh. I just don't want to be stuck there running through their whole quest line, living in that hellhole. Oh, fuck. Good God. Well, we coaxed one of them out. And we'll fight him here. Hopefully it's just the one. Let's see. Nope, damn it. Idiot. Now you're dead. Alright, we're gonna put this on. I was gonna drink my drink, but... Come on down. We'll fight you too. Okay. Everybody calm down. Now let's see if these guys had anything worthwhile. Oh, another one. Alright. Alright, is that it? It's like a fucking clown car up there. Oh my god, I hear another set of footsteps. Oh, I'm seeing magic. Come on. You know you want to step over here. Which version are you? Are you the big guy or the little guy? Are you the big guy? I can't tell. Ah, shit. Alright, well, we're going to use our frost. And I think we're going to try to take this guy on. If it's just him. I do believe he's the little guy. Come on, friend. I don't have to all day for you. No, I'm not running into your stuff. Come on down here. There he is. Nice. All right, well, he's dead. Ooh, that was a little scary. He took a lot of hits. All right, I'll take that because I can sell it. I'm overweight. You got a mana stone. I'm really overweight. We're walking a little too slow. We're going to try to tease this guy, the big guy, out this way. No, there's two of them. I was going to see if I could... Oh, there's three of them. Well, they're upset, that's for sure. Come along. Come this way. Idiots. Alright, I'll fight you. But then I gotta go. Alright, he's down. Is your friend follow? Oh, the big guy's following you. We're getting out of here. Oh no, you empowered your friend with magic. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well, we're gonna use this opportunity to run around and go get that mushroom shield. Yes, idiots. Get wrecked. Mushroom shield is mine. You were guarding it for nothing. For I have outsmarted you. Alright, we'll go back up here. We'll deposit the small sapphire. Hopefully we don't get chased. We shall see. We're overweight again. We're gonna be overweight in here for sure. There ain't nothing worthwhile in here. This is the biggest disappointment. We'll take the scavenger coat. Oh, can I take the hat? No, that's right, you can't take the hat. We'll take the life potions for sure. I'm way too heavy and this is really dangerous what I'm doing right here. Good enough. We gotta get out of here. I don't want to get trapped in here. This is a very dangerous place to be. Not a lot of way out. We'll deal with this all outside. Man, we sure do look silly. We look like a bad guy. This is like the bad guy's coat. But, whatever. Keeps our weight down. And if I didn't even check it, but I was pretty sure this is, offers better protection than my leather coat did, so. This'll do for now. Alright, Helen, we have returned with your quest items. Jareth, it's always a pleasure. What do you want? I'm here about work? I found that rare mushroom you wanted. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Jareth. You've more than earned your reward, which was 70 silver. Awesome. I'll leave you to your work. Thanks for the chat. We're holding on to that garnet heart. We'll keep that for ourselves for now. Alright, I think that's where we're going to leave it. Jareth managed to put a couple of good days in the books. We managed to secure our lighthouse with a tribal favor and talked to Yazan and Risa and everybody. We've probably set our sights on heading out to Levant, but we won't be doing that necessarily too soon because in the next episode we will probably focus on getting Jareth some mana so he can become that master magician that he wants to be. And we'll do those things in the next episode. So subscribe for more Outward, and I'll see you next time.